In a peaceful village there was a small forgotten garden behind an old house. Once it had been full of bright flowers, rich green vines and sweet-smelling fruit trees. But over time it had withered. The soil was dry, the flowers drooped and the trees barely bore fruit. No one visited the garden anymore, except for a young girl named Lily. Lily loved the garden, but she couldn't understand why it had stopped blooming. One day she found her grandfather, an old but wise gardener, tending to a single struggling rose. Lily sighed. "Grandpa, why does nothing grow here anymore? It used to be so beautiful." Her grandfather smiled and handed her a small watering can. "The garden has not been cared for because people have forgotten one simple thing: gratitude. You see, our hearts are like a garden. What we focus on grows. If we only see what's missing, we forget to nurture what's already there." Lily frowned. But how can gratitude make flowers grow? The next day, Lily decided to follow her grandfather's advice. She walked through the garden, and instead of focusing on the withered plants, she looked for anything good. A tiny green sprout, a small bird singing in a tree, a ray of sunlight warming the earth. With each good thing she noticed, she watered the soil around it. "Thank you for this tiny flower. Thank you for the gentle breeze. Thank you for the soil that still holds life." Day by day, something amazing began to happen. The dry ground softened, small buds appeared, and the trees grew greener. The more gratitude she showed, the more the garden came to life. One morning, Lily awoke to find a miracle. The garden was in full bloom. The roses were vibrant, the trees bore fruit, and the air was filled with the scent of blossoms. Her grandfather smiled as he watched her pick a ripe apple. "Do you see now? When you choose to focus on the good, life becomes full again." Lily nodded. She finally understood. The garden had always held potential, but it needed gratitude to grow. Gratitude is like water for the heart. The more we focus on what is good, the more our lives bloom with joy. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. 1 Thessalonians 5:18. There will always be things we don't have, struggles we face, and seasons of difficulty. But when we learn to appreciate the good in life, we realize just how much we already have. So today, take a moment to water your own garden of gratitude. Because a thankful heart is a blooming heart.